Okay guys, so here I am going to show you how I highlight and contour my makeup. Since I have a rounder face, I want to actually stop at a certain point, and I'm going to begin at the inner corner of my eyes and not take it past the outer corner of my eyes. Otherwise I'm highlighting my temples, creating my face to look rounder again. And I've already concealed and everything prior to, so it'll make it easier for me when I apply my foundation to have that flawless finish. Now you're only going to be seeing me do one side of my face, only because for the sake of time. Otherwise this video will be like 60 minutes long, and yeah, we don't want that. You see my little booby walking around in the background. He's my little ant. Actually, he's like a little mini hawk, but anyways. There you see me rambling, like always. And I'm going to be taking my LA Pro concealer. I suggest that you use like a nice taupey color. I couldn't find my contour palette or anything like that I have, so I just decided to use that. But usually you use a taupey color. That's more of a yellow undertone or brick undertone. So what I'm doing is I am starting at the edge of my ear and slightly dragging it forward and swooping it under. So I'm doing like a little curve, only because I don't want my cheeks to be super chiseled. I just want to create that softness, and so that's why I round it off instead of making it straight on. I also have a natural contour in my cheek, like below my cheek area, and every time I do contour it down, going facing down, it looks really muddy for me. Don't know why. And there you are seeing me contour my double chin. Sexy double chin. So there you see me buffing in both sides. I first buff in the darker color, because if you just buff it all in together, it'll get kind of muddy, and we want to avoid that. I don't contour my nose. I usually take my little taupe eyeshadow that I have, and I do that later on. But right now what I'm doing is just blending in the contour that I actually have now. So you want to use two different brushes, and you'll see me do that, where I'm using two different brushes to blend in the whatever I've put down. You want a clean brush always to blend. And there you see I have my other brush, blending in the highlighted areas. And I also go over my eyelids, like whenever I put on my foundation as well. You'll notice in the next video that I'm actually adding in the foundation all over, even on my eyes, and then I'll go ahead and actually, set that. So now I'm going in with my two favorite foundations. It's the Makeup Forever Ultra HD. The two colors, I have a darker and a lighter one for especially now in the winter time, where I start to get a little bit more light, but I just came from summer obviously, so I was a little darker because I was outside more often. I'm going to be putting the lighter color in the perimeter of my face, in the inner part of my face, and then the darker color on the perimeters, on the outer perimeters, blending it all together, give it that more natural effect, because especially with women of color, they're never just one tone of color, like they're never just one color, and I want to mimic my most natural skin tone as much as possible. I love that little brush that you see there. It's from e.l.f. It wasn't expensive at all. but I like the way it distributes product and blends. So you could find that at Target, sometimes Walmart, or I'm pretty sure their website will sell it too. And it's an elf brush, ELF. See my little smoochie on the back. And I'm always rambling. I find that I ramble. I'll get better at these videos, guys. Literally. Like, I don't know when, but I will. And there's the husband making an entrance and an exit. Only he's that skilled. If my voice is kind of low, it's most likely because of the simple fact that my son is probably about to go to sleep, and so I'm recording this. But yeah. There's my little Real Technique sponge. I love this sponge to death. I use it to make sure that everything is meshed together. So I do it dry. I don't actually wet the sponge. I like it dry. Hey. Oh, that sounds weird. But then I'm going to go ahead and actually set my eyes after I've put the, foundation all over my eyes with my Rcma no color powder. And this is going to prevent caking or streaking or, I get oily eyelids, girl. And that just helps set everything. And now I've applied that same powder underneath my eyes to catch any fallout. So when I use that darker colors in order to blend in my eyes, any fallout could be swept away and not disturb the foundation underneath. I've already set all of my face with powder. And so this is just, an additional step that I take. Now I'm going to be warming up my cheeks and the contour area that I had with my little bronzer. Again, starting in the same spaces and just blending. I definitely need a better bronzer. I have the Makeup Forever one, but it's too orange, it's too brick for me. It's too red, should I say. I usually put some a little bit on my neck and my cheeks, my chins. Yes, I said it. I'm so mad. I have the rest of my brushes downstairs in the car, and I just keep forgetting to bring them up, and I'm so lazy to go downstairs. Now what I'm saying there is, I remember that part, is that instead of using the same kind of powder to carve out or to kind of fix the contour, I use the banana powder, since it's closer to my skin tone, and I just right in the corners. I don't bring it forward all the way to my lips or anything, because that's just, I don't know, it just doesn't look good to me. So there, and then blush it away. Ta-da! And I did that to the other side, obviously. Now I'm rambling, like always. Ramble. This is my Tarte palette. It's the Tartlette in Bloom. It's literally one of my favorite palettes besides Lorca. I'm also going to be using the NYX Ultimate Pro palette and, of course, my Lorca Mega Pro 3. I just picked up that one. That one's freaking amazing. What you want to do is pick up a nice toffee color. I think that's the name of that color anyways. It's like a toffee. It's like a warm brown color, almost yellow. And it's the closest thing to my skin tone right now. And just with a fluffy blending brush, back and forth, and I do that to both eyes. And now I'm going to be going in with a more red brown and going into the socket. That's going to create depth and help my eye shape look really pretty and pronounced. Now you'll notice with this brush, I'm not actually blending anymore. I'm just laying down product. And then I'll be blending out with another brush. I like to blend with clean brushes if I'm limited on the brushes that I have. I usually just go ahead and, spot clean them. And then I went in with both a purple, like a plum color, and a dark brown color, like a chestnut. And I'm building up that area there, laying down product and building it up, elongating my eyes, blending it with a fluffy brush. Going back in into that inner V corner right there. And blending away. At the end, I darken it once I put all my liner and everything on it. And there's going to come a point where you want to stop blending it, or if not, you're going to buff everything away. And it's going to be just one big old color. So now I'm going to go in with one of the colors, I don't even remember what color, no, with that orange color from the NYX. It's like a burnt orange color, and I'm going to the very top and placing it to give it more of a transition. And you can see how that kind of ties it into like a sunset-y look. It's very pretty. Beautiful talent. There's the husband again. And now I'm going to go in with that darker color. It's literally like the darkest plum ever. And just in the outer corner right there, giving it more definition, because I'm trying to build that up until where after I put on my liner and everything, it's dark enough and smoky enough. Smudging it underneath my waterline. I'm blending out. So now what I'm going to do is take my Studio Fix concealer and get a small detailed brush and clean up the area so that way I create a neutral base for whatever other color I'm going to lay down afterwards. This is a trick that I've learned just by watching other videos, and also I've done this in the past myself, but with white eyeliner. Now I know to just use a neutral color closest to my skin tone. It gives it kind of the same effect. So just know that after you use the concealer, you're going to have to set that as well. Otherwise, any foundation, any product that you put under that is going to actually stick and it's going to look patchy. So to make everything blend, you want to go ahead and put that Rcma no color powder. Just gently dab a little bit on there to set the powder, to set the concealer. And here I am, just doing that. See, very lightly. We don't need all the extraness. And now I've opened up that eye space to where it was before a little bit muddy. No, it's not. So if you ever mess up your eyeshadow and you don't like the placement, that will definitely help you out with the concealer trick. And there I am looking for something. What the heck am I looking for? So I go ahead and I spray a nice blending brush and I pick up some product. I pick up one of the shiny colors that I have in the Tartlette. I don't remember the name, but adding any type of glycerin based spray, like a setting spray or rose water or, you know, MAC Fix Plus will give you this effect. It actually enhances the eyeshadows, so to speak. So there I am after I've applied my eyeliner. I would show you guys, but I'll do that in a separate video. Gosh, I hate my hair. I feel like I have a bald spot. And then I'm gonna be going in and actually picking up a darker color and just strategically trying to darken that socket in that more outer corner. Just right there. Blending it forward to give it that nice transition. Yes, 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 yes. And then I'm going back in with a nice taupey color. No, I'm sorry, that red color again, that burnt orange, defining it a little bit more. And then I go in with a taupey color and actually blend the top to transition the whole thing together. So it's not so stark, and there's not like a visible line there. Going with that red underneath. Smoking up my lash line. Blending that out. Oh, look at that little mouth pop. So I've placed the lashes on one side of my eyes, and for the love of God, it was the hardest thing to do because the lash band was super hard. So you see me here trying to like bend it and break it up so it's a little bit more rounded and smooth. Oh my God, those lashes were a pain in the ass to try to put on. But once I got them on, they're so freaking pretty, and they just tie the look together, and they made everything look so gorgeous. Let's see, I'm messing around. Not really. Take my lash glue, lightly paint it, and I do mean lightly. And I just wait for that to dry. I pop on my lashes with my eyes open. Otherwise, the lash will stick to the bottom and the lashes will get all sticky and yes, I'm all out of focus, but I'll make it back. So I'm just adjusting them. I needed the mirror's on the side of me. I'm just adjusting them and making sure that they're very pretty, clamping them together and, you know, fixing them. I'll do another separate tutorial on how to add lashes to any look. I prefer to start, if you're not sure, with the Invisiband because it's a little easier, they're softer. But I wanted the glam look, so I went for these. And then I pinch them together like that. Ta-da! They're really pretty. Look at my big boy. And these from Vegas Nay, they're reusable, so New Year's I am definitely using these again. Nice mochi. I'm always looking for something. I need to like organize before I do these videos. So I'm taking my favorite blush in Heather, and it's from La Femme. They're like $3.50 each. Yeah, I know. And the pigment payoff is ridiculous, amazing. But usually I add my highlighter first, and then I add my blush to tie everything in together. I noticed that if I add blush first and the highlighter, it looks kind of like showgirl type deal, and I don't want to go out in the street looking like that. So I just add the highlight first. And again, I'm staying out of the temples, but I'm bringing it up to the corner of my eye, blending it forward. I always highlight my Cupid's bow. Always, 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 always. It's my jam. I also highlight the inner corners of my eyes, the tear ducts. Like so, and just the tip of my nose. And then I take the blush and I tie everything in together. That way the highlight is not so powerful. I don't want it to overpower the rest of the look. I see some beautiful women sometimes and they have amazing makeup on and their highlight is like overpowering. Now, if you make a mistake when it comes to your foundation or your powder and you've added too much, you have two options. You can take a little bit of your concealer or foundation. I usually use a little bit of foundation, and I take a pinch and I just, you know, go over it. I've lined my lips already with my NYX Suede in Cape Hogan, however you pronounce that. And that lip color that I have on is Milani Liquid Matte Lipsticks in Obsession. And it's like $8, and I was telling you, they're changing the game. And there you go, that is the look. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will be doing more. Hopefully it'll be better quality and everything. But I promise a tutorial, and you guys have it.